The panel took a bit longer, so there is no break, and we are very soon going to begin with our finals of the Startup Fair pitch contest. So we have 6 finalists who have been presenting yesterday and came all the way here today to actually try to win the best prizes. Our jury is now being seated, and I will briefly go and introduce them once again. So 6 startups. The rules are very similar to what they were yesterday. So 6 startups, 3 minutes presentation sharp, and then 3 minutes Q&A from our jury who are going to leave very valuable feedback. So on the jury today in the finals we have Alan Lifshitz, Bloomberg Capital. Please give a round of applause. We have Andris Berežinis. He's part of Random Capital, and he's a community leader of Latvian startup ecosystem. So we have Christian Taylor, that's Wellington Partners. Applause, please applaud these guys. They are spending quite a bit of their time. So we have Donatas Karas, we have Ilya Laurs, we have Klaus Konrad. We had Klaus Konrad, and he's been replaced by Matsio. We also have Andrius Baranauskas from Vinted. We have Mike Reiner from Startup Wise Guys. That's the Estonian accelerator. We have Rami Kalish. He's from Pitango. He was just here. We have Samuel Myers from Boulderton. And we have Yashar, MTGX. And MTGX also have the sponsors for all the money prizes that our best startups are going to get. So, and last but not least, we have BallCap representative Cornelius Chalutka also on the panel. So that's it. The introductions are over. The rules are clear. And now we have our pitch finals about to begin. Who is going to be the first startup? So the very first startup to go on a stage is Lithuanian Italian who has been proving themselves at great pitches. And please welcome on stage Bliu Bliu and Claudio. Round of applause.
Thank you. So my name is Claudio. I'm an Italian and I live in Vilnius. My dream is to learn the Lithuanian language. Did you know that 60 billion are spent every year by people trying to learn a language? Classes, software, mobile application, I try them all. But you know, after learning so many words and rules, yeah, like you feel like you're getting somewhere, but actually you don't understand anything. I don't understand my friends, I don't understand the people around me. Because the secret is that nobody really wants to learn a language. We don't care about learning a language. We want to use a language. We want to be able to understand conversation, to read books in that language, to watch movies. So if this is true, if we don't need the grammar, why don't we start from here? Why don't we start from the movies we can understand, from the books or the conversation? So here's an example. I like cars, and I like to watch movies about cars, like this one on YouTube. And full immersion should teach me the language, right? But unfortunately, it looks like this, because it's too hard for me and I don't understand anything. But if I train Bliu Bliu and I teach the system which words I understand and which one I don't understand, now, based on the subtitles, we're able to find videos like this that I can already understand, because I know the majority of the words. And if I keep training the system and clicking and telling, okay, I understand this word, now I get more videos, better videos, and not just about cars. It looks better now, right? So we learn when we can understand what's going on, when we understand what people tell us, when we understand what we are reading. And the internet is full of content. We only need to find what is at your level and about your passions. We already have 100 languages in the system, and 50,000 people tried it from all around the world. We have hundreds of testimonials. What they tell? Bliu Bliu makes me feel confident. It feels like a little bit like the gym. You don't see the results, but if you wait a couple of weeks, you can start to understand the reality better. We are growing. We have people spending on average 20 minutes a day in the system, and we launched payment a few weeks ago, and we're making €1,000 this month. Now, the team is very strong, and with all the technical capabilities to build this. In fact, we passed a lot of difficulties on the technical side, but now we're ready to go global. That's why we're here today. We want to invite you, of course, to try Bliu Bliu, but also we want to invite you to be part of the family. We are raising €500,000 to fix the user experience and to make the system mobile, because you can use the 20 minutes on the bus to learn languages in a fun way. In the future, we want to be like a market to be able to recommend you movies, books, and things that you can already understand today. So if you like, please come and talk with me. Bliu Bliu, it's the fun way to learn languages. Thank you very much.
So, question time. Jury?
Are we going to make money? We are making money. How?
How? What's your business model?
The business model is like monthly subscription. So we want to sell you can use, like it's a freemium model, and after some time, like 10 minutes, you need to subscribe to keep using the model, the Bliu Bliu.
And very quickly, €500,000 gets you where?
$500,000 will get us to a point where we will have like a user experience in place, so people will know what's going on, because this is not a traditional way. We need to kind of guide the user through like how things work. We want to translate also the interface to make sure that if you don't know English, you can use it, so to translate in French, Italian, and Spanish. So we will get to a point where we will have, let's say, I don't know, like user coming to be a viral loop where people come to invite their users, and we can have good metrics to go to a Series A.
Do you need people that look at your content before it is published, so to say, or before it is accessible?
Do we need to? No. No, we take the real content from the internet. So what happens is that if a student, for example, doesn't like an article, we flag it and we check if it's coming from a bad collection, and then we have crowdsourcing, like the other users are reviewing if this is good content. Maybe we took it from a wrong blog or something like this. So the system is learning if the content is good or bad.
So 2 questions. One, how active are users? So what's the retention rate? Like how many users come daily? And the second question is, the user has to manually tag the words that he or she doesn't know.
So we have 400 users every day in the system active, and they don't need to click every word. So the system starts to predict. Let's say if you know house, we predict that you probably know man. So we start to predict based on what you learn, what you know, and what's your background. Because if you know English, there's a lot of similar words maybe. In Italian, problem, problema, it's very similar. So we do all kinds of prediction.
So one more time, active users daily?
400.
Any more questions for Bliu Bliu?
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Please welcome our next finalist on the stage. Give a warm welcome to Simple to Act. Simple to Act on the stage.
I bet you visit a bunch of conferences during the year. And I see you nodding. So have you ever sat that far and wanted to ask a question? The problem is that people could not hear you. Of course, there are always events where they have a guy running around with a microphone, but then you might face several issues, such as holding microphones, spilled coffee, and huge time consumption. And it all leads to a poor event performance and a mess at the conference. You do not want that, so we have got a solution. We took a single device that you carry with you 24/7. We took your smartphone and enabled it to become a wireless microphone. Comparing with other solutions, let's have a look at Steve Jobs' Axis. Apparently, wireless microphones are not so smart and not so easy to use, while throwable microphone catchbox, well, you would not like to be hit by it during the conference, right? And the Twitter, well, speaker cannot control the flow of the discussion. Our solution, Simple to Act, is smart and easy to use. Let me show you how it works. Well, let's say you are at the conference and you've got a question. So you have our app of the conference downloaded. So you press the button, you wait for your turn comes, you speak. That's how simple it is. The main advantages are that we are developing an ability to work with no internet connection. We deliver high-quality sound because your telephone already has over 2 microphones with it, which enables to filter the sound and the echoes and the noise. Thirdly, it's really convenient. You know how to use your phone, right? You know how to speak with it, but most of the people does not know how to use a microphone properly. Your smartphone is so ready to get to the microphone level. So we're going to charge conference organizers per event and conference centers on a monthly basis. We're also going to charge advertisement fees. In order to get into events, we are targeting places that set trends. And I mean, we are going to go to the conference associations that really go wide. And we are going to get to them through our ambassadors who already know the market. They are at the conference market and they know it. So we're the team of Henrika, CEO, me, marketing, and Domas, developer. We're looking for 300,000 euros investment. Simple to act. Easy way to ask questions. Now I'm looking forward to get your questions asked.
Questions for Simple to Act.
Hi. How do you deal with event apps? There's lots of event apps out there, and conferences may not want to have another app for their attendees to download.
Absolutely. Well, we have an opportunity to integrate our solution to an existing app, but we also are going to develop our own app for the conference. For example, Login is changing apps, organize app developers, right? So we may enter there because we will have a microphone with it. But there's also an opportunity to integrate it. Sorry?
Your business model, what will it be?
As I mentioned before, we're going to charge conference organizers per event and conference centers on a monthly basis, like monthly subscriptions. And we're also going to get advertisement fees because of the notifications that appear at the conference.
Do you have customers already? And what's the biggest conference you already been used?
At the moment, we have a prototype already. We're testing it at LCC International University. We have word agreements with conference centers, and well, we are getting to the next stage at the moment.
So how unique is this? Is it easy to copycat?
It's kind of unique. Of course, there are already some solutions that you might use your telephone as a microphone, but not in a systematic way as we do. We have a virtual line, and we enable to have lots of participants with it. If you have ever tried any of those existing apps, it's just really bad quality. We have a really good quality sound, and we also have a virtual line, so it's kind of structured.
Do you have any other market if conferences doesn't work for some reason?
Yeah, in fact, we have some future features already anyways. We are going to go to synchronic translations because it's kind of the same technologies that we use. We're going to replace those existing solutions here. Also planning for the future. In general, it's kind of enriching a customer's experience. So we even see this at the shopping malls, for example, and places like that.
Any more questions? Yeah, final question.
Yeah, have you calculated the size of the market, say, for Lithuania? Like how much you could potentially make?
Yeah, since we are only sampling in Lithuania, it's our testing model at the moment. I can see that annually there are 6 million events happening, those events who require microphones at the moment. And it's going to grow. The market of conferences and events is going to grow for 44% within the next 6 years. So competition is going to be there.
Thank you, Simple Tech.
Yeah. And it's already working. So I'm standing behind you. So, hey.
He's there. Thank you.
Okay, next finalist is going to be, microphone in. Yeah, ready? Next finalist is dalinuosi.lt. Please welcome Dalinois.lt on the stage.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Paulus, and I have an Xbox. I also have a girlfriend, and I have a problem.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this guy has a really big problem. He has no money for a vehicle. He will not play his box for this weekend, and he needs to find a way to travel to very important gathering. His problem is much bigger than appears. He has to pick up his girlfriend and to travel to visit her parents. They are not very pleasant person, and they don't like guys who travel by bus. You know, in Lithuania, every boyfriend should have a vehicle. So, Paulus has Xbox, no money, and no vehicle. Who can help him?
Can anyone help me? I have an Xbox to rent. Oh, you do? Here you are, sir. Only 50 liters a weekend. Thank you very much. I had the money. Does anyone have wheels in here?
Yes, I do.
Oh, you do? For 50 liters a day, it's a good price, my friend. Here you are. Thank you and good luck.
Slide. So, Paulus earned enough money to rent a vehicle for one day. He is saved by peer-to-peer rental marketplace called dalinuosi.lt. Dalinois.lt is not only rental marketplace, not only peer-to-peer rental marketplace, but also the biggest rental service in Vilnius. Let me quickly introduce our team. 4 professionals with different background and financial backing, guidance, and belief from Next-Year Ventures. Our community has 4,000 members in Vilnius who have access to more than 1,100 active items. The main revenue stream is a small commission from every transaction, and it's very important to mention that we are testing other business models here in Lithuania at our home market, and we are starting to sell insurance policy through our system. The most popular categories are vehicles and gaming gadgets. Another star of our service portfolio is our new product tryout before buying. And I am happy to announce a new partnership with Bose Audio Systems, which starts from next week. So you heard a part of our product, and I would be happy to answer to your questions.
Thank you. Dalinois.lt, any questions from the jury, please?
So what about the market outside Lithuania?
So our target is United Kingdom and especially Manchester as a next city, because our target is our cities, not country by all countries. So the next target is Manchester because it's a very compact city. Comparing with Vilnius, the area is quite similar, but the population is 4 times bigger. And very important aspect is that young people and students are part of the total population are very high in Manchester. So it's like our primary target to approach students, first of all.
I have a question. You mentioned that automobiles, cars, is the biggest vertical that you have currently. What is the price difference if I rent a peer-to-peer car relative to, say, Hertz?
So I'm even not comparing to Hertz or Avis because it's 3, 4, 5 times different to compare with, let's say, cheaper rental services. So it's up to 50%.
Okay, so I get like half-price vehicle,
yep.
Same vehicle. Okay, it's pretty impressive.
So just a quick question, two-sided marketplace, what's the benefit for the first 1,000 users in one city? How do you because typically,
so our goal is to collect the first 1,000 items as soon as possible. You mentioned that, and to do it in 2 weeks, because we know from Lithuania that we have just 30 days to make customer happy. So we need to attract, the longest period is 2 weeks to attract the first 1,000 items, and you mentioned our goal in a new market, to have the first 1,000 items.
Where do you think you can get in 3 years from now?
In 3 years from now, we are thinking about, first of all, Western Europe, because we see, for example, United Kingdom, Germany, France as a perfect market for peer-to-peer rental services, and the major goal is United States.
Any more questions? Yeah.
So how long have you been doing this to get to the 3,000 users here in Vilnius, and how are you going to get to the 1,000 within 30 days in Manchester?
Yeah, so we have now 4,000 users in Vilnius. So we get those users in 5 months. But we didn't spend on marketing like advertising and etc. We did in-house, and you saw that our team is free or professionals, and that's why we are looking for funding.
Sorry, we have no time for more questions. Sorry. That's it. Thank you, Dalinois.
Thank you.
Okay, our next finalist is SkyBiometry.
Hello, my name is Justas. At SkyBiometry, we run face recognition technologies as a service. Today, every application which allows users to upload their photos can generate piles of data. And it's not enough to store it anymore, especially if it contains faces. Hey, I know this guy. He's one of 5 members in our team. You see, people are very good at recognizing familiar faces. However, usually people are not very scalable. That's why we offer a full range of face recognition technologies as a scalable service in the cloud. In other words, if you send a photo to our service, you will get locations of each face in that photo immediately. Additionally, our service for each located face will estimate his gender, age, emotion, and some other properties. It's very valuable information if you seek to measure your audience, for example, and much more. Our service can identify similar faces in all your uploaded photos. Why do you need this? For example, one of our customers allows users to upload their photos, pays professional photographers to take photos at different events like this. They can capture thousands of images during one evening. Previously, it took them several days to manually sort, group these photos by faces. But now, with our face recognition technology, most of these photos are sorted on the fly, which means they can be delivered to corresponding person almost instantly, even during the same event. Our business model is subscription-based premium, which means that you get several thousand API calls for free each month, and you have to pay for the rest. And we are growing. Over 2,500 developers already use our API in their applications, and our service already processed more than 33 million of their requests. We know our competitors. They're really good. But our clients told us that they're happy with our face recognition accuracy and quality of service overall. Face biometrics market is estimated to grow 3 times in 5 years. So now we're here because we're looking for business partners to start our active sales worldwide. Thank you.
You seem to have a platform technology. Do you know which applications that run on your platform are the most successful ones with the most traction?
Well, we segmented our market into like 4 segments, and we're targeting all of them now. And they are namely, for example, photo services, photo galleries online, like in my example. They are good old just personal authentication by face, dating sites, social networks, which allows users to upload their photos, to filter them, to analyze the data, and last but not least, these advertising companies, for example, I think our largest income is from advertising companies which use photos of their users with faces to personalize the content.
Can you process video or only photos?
Sorry?
Can you process video?
Today we process only still images, but if we see a need, we can do this because we run everything in the cloud and we can scale almost infinitely.
You have competition on all these individual functions like emotion recognition, face recognition. Have you measured your success rate, your preciseness to your individual competitors?
Yes, we actually measured and we are somewhat comparable, but our clients who chose us, and they actually chose us from a bunch of other similar services, they said that they liked our accuracy. So we are confident in this.
But as my colleague said, there are many face recognition technologies, and the question is, A, do you have a proprietary IP? And B, really is a metrics. I mean, how can you prove that that you have no false alarms and that your rate is higher than your competitors?
Well, actually, we have, how it is called, it, unfair advantage that our technology comes from our parent company, which is an investor in our startup, and it is already known technology. It is used worldwide in different projects like government projects, national-wide projects, and we are very confident about our technology and its accuracy.
Thank you very much, Sky.
Thank you.
Biometry. Okay, so we got 2 companies left in the final. And it gives me great pleasure to introduce our next company, and that's Dragdis. Dragdis, please come on stage.
I'm pretty sure that most of you are familiar with this kind of mess, or this, where you can't find anything you need. So why the hell do we end up like that? Unfortunately, it requires effort to be organized. Let me give you an example. To save this image in an organized way, I need to second click save image as, find the folder, click folder, and then click save. And I need to do it every single time. So of course I'm going to be too busy, too lazy to go through all these steps, and I'm just going to end up saving it to the first place I can and creating a mess. Dragdis will change that once and for all. Because with Dragdis, all you need to do is just drag and drop. Yeah, baby. Drag a link and drop it to your Read It Later folder. Drag a video to Twitter. Drag a piece of text to your research folder. It is extremely simple. And people so far are loving it. After spending a year in closed beta, we launched just last month and already have 33,000 users. And what's even more exciting is that they dragged over 1 million times. What's even more exciting is that we spent $0 on marketing. Our user acquisition is built into the product. Now, to understand how this will make money, you need to understand that a drag and drop is an expression of intent, as a search on Google is. With Google, you see ads based on searches. With Dragdis, you will see ads based on drag and drops. And as our business, our user acquisition, our product depends on the amount of drag and drops you are making, we will enable our users to drag and drop anything anywhere. So SoundCloud to Facebook, text to Evernote, files to Dropbox, so on and on and on. Eventually, we'll make Dragdis as a platform so developers could build their own stuff on it. Last year, we raised 200,000 euros from Practical Capital, and we assembled a team of 6 people. Now we are looking for data analysts, mobile developers, business developers, and of course, Series A investment. Because we want to make Dragdis experience the default experience for everyone. So remember, the next time you discover something online, all you need to do is just drag and drop.
Thank you. Thank you.
So what do you think will be CPM levels for advertisement through a completely new model, basically?
Sorry?
What will be the CPM levels for advertisement?
Yes, so we kind of figured this still out. I'm not know the exact numbers. I'm just not going to say numbers at all in that regard. So I'm going to get back to that later, or 2 months, okay? I don't want to make stupid guesses here. Yeah.
So what is your business model, and how are you going to charge for it?
Yes, so a drag and drop is an expression of intent, and how it's going to work, we're going to partnership with an ad network that's going to distribute the ads through, its network. If you drag like Nike sneakers and you go on TechCrunch, you see a Nike ad, and and you click the ad, we get money, that network gets money.
What if Microsoft or Apple builds the same functionality with the next version of the operating systems?
Operating system, you mean? Yeah, so the key here is to integrate everyone. So if everybody would start building their own this sidebar experience, that's not gonna work, because the sidebar is gonna overlap. And if you don't have like everything integrated in one sidebar, the experience is gonna be bad. So the key here is to be really flexible, open, integrate with everyone. And Apple is not that interested in integrating G Drive or Dropbox, or Google is not interested in integrating Dropbox, and so on and so on. We can be these layers on all the apps and enable people to move stuff around easily.
So are you actually working with the ad network? Or are you planning to do that?
Yeah, we talked with them.
Okay. Demand side or supply side?
Demand side.
Okay.
Any more questions to Dragdis from the jury, please?
Hello.
Hello. So how much money are you looking for?
I don't have the exact number, so I'm not going to say any number. 2 or 3 months, we're going to get there. Okay? We still have, from the seed round, money until Christmas. So, we're not rushing this until we figure out the integrations with all those other apps I mentioned.
I think the question was your funding needs.
Yeah. So I don't know Series A number yet. I'm not saying any number for that matter.
Thank you, Dragdis. Thank you. Okay, so that's it. We have come to an end of our amazing startup fiesta. And the last company on stage, the last finalist is Aileen. Please welcome Aileen on the stage.
So, hello everyone. I'm Vidas, and I'm with Aileen. First of all, let me pretend you something. Jimmy, Johnny, Jake, and Timmy, let's do a project. Wait, we will need tools for planning, executing, reporting, scheduling, and maybe organizing. That's one side of a problem. There are too many tools for project management. The other side is that each one of them has its own purpose, yet somehow people still fail to choose the right one for the job. I know, like last week I read this report which says in 2013 Excel was the most popular project task management tool. Ridiculous. It's like eating soup with a knife. Well, honestly, we were doing pretty much the same in our company until one day we had enough. And ladies and gentlemen, this is how Aileen board was invented. We created not a single tool, but a whole toolbox. And it is based, of course, on lean and agile, all beloved methodologies. Our software offers everything you need for planning, executing, reporting, scheduling, and organizing your daily routines. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. I've seen a bunch of those tools on the web. They're all the same. Wrong. Aileen is way different. We integrate to business-critical tools that are already owned by customers. Thus, we provide additional value and features that are missing by those tools, like additional view of tasks for developers in Visual Studio TFS, or project managers who are struggling for daily routine organization by using Microsoft Project just for planning and employing it to another needs. Or for salespeople who offer their favorite tools from Office like Outlook and Excel to transfer their data. Still, you might think we are targeting small niche market, but yet look at these bad boy bubbles. Those are in millions available markets for us. And we sell our tool twice as cheap as some of our competitors. And we sell a toolbox, not a single tool. You need some arguments, maybe? Have some. Have even more of them. Won't fit, everyone won't fit in here. So let me tell you 3 most important things in our company. 6 is for people in our team. 1,000 is for companies in our portfolio. And 100,000 is for US dollars in our annual revenues. And by the way, the last number needs to be changed because thanks to this event, 70 leads, 20 meetings with potential customers next week, and 7 venture capital one-on-ones. So big thanks to you guys all. That's it.
Thank you. Questions?
If I made the math right, you get $100 per customer per year, and you just said you have meetings with customers. Do you get your money back that you invest in terms of winning new customers?
We don't invest a lot of money in getting customers because we are based on inbound sales mechanisms, so we're not doing direct sales. So what we get is only by the content we produce in the environment where people like project manager comes with a problem. I need to organize my people, so I search for a solution. I go to discussion forums, I go to look on some blogs, and I search in Google. That's where we put our content, which directs them to our website. This is how we achieve leads. We don't spend a lot of money on that, only for maybe Google Ads.
Any more questions? No, doesn't seem like we have any. Thank you very much, Aileen.
All right, and I think, last thing, he who fails to plan is planning to fail.
I already know the winners, but before we go into announcing the first 3 places, I would like to give a very special prize from Audi. Audi is one of the main sponsors of the entire event, and they had a special prize for what they think was the most progressive startup that had a booth over there. So I would like to invite Neurontools onto the stage and give them the prize from Audi. Yeah, thank you. Neurontools, the most progressive startup according to Audi. Okay, so we have the 3 final places. So for the 3rd place, also I'd like to invite MTGX on the stage to come here with me. Yeah? Which one of you? Both of you. Okay, well, both of us. Please welcome. You guys want to say a word before we kick off?
Yes, first of all, thank you to a bunch of people. Thank you to the judges and jury being here and giving their judgment. Thank you to the participants, fantastic stuff. Thank you to the login people. And thank you to this country for having us. We're really glad to be here. So great event and great place to be. Yes. So thank you. So we're basically representing Modern Times Group, which is the, probably Europe's biggest broadcaster. So and here in this country is TV3 and Viasat. right, that we're working with. So great to be here and give back to the community, because we're all startup people. We started there. There's a long time of entrepreneurship in our company. We really want to give back. So glad to be here and see the passion here.
Applause. Okay. With no further ado, let's begin. So the third place and 500 euros goes to SkyBiometry. SkyBiometry, please come on stage.
Happiness is the truth, because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do.
Do you want to say a few things? Or just very brief thing?
Very briefly, thank you very much. Thank you for this opportunity.
Okay, so the second prize and 1,000 euros, that's a month's salary, goes to Bliu Bliu.
Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you.
A brief word, but only in Lithuanian. Claudio, please, only Lithuanian.
Ačiū visiems, ačiū visiems. Aš labai laimingas, viso gero.
Okay. And the first prize winner, before I announce that, I would like to invite Rimonte from VL, from Enterprise Lithuania, to come on stage. Where is Rimonte? Because the first prize not only gets a cash prize, but also they get a ticket to the roadshow. So Rimonte, please come on stage. So the best startup that was elected, that won yesterday and won today, and they will get 2,000 euros in cash money, and they will be going on a roadshow. I'm more than happy to invite on the stage Dragdis.
Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Here come bad news, talking this and that.
Yeah, so Dragdis was among the best last year. This year they also presented, and I guess next year you are not allowed to present unless you have a success story.
Yeah, just one thing. Yulo, can you please play Bob Dylan like a Rolling Stone?
All right. So thank you very much. So we have our winners. So for the last time, third place, SkyBiometry. Bliu Bliu. And first out of Dragdis. So that's it. We have finished our great event. I mean, this has been truly 2 days of startup magic, and I think we will invite you all next year to come back. But before we finish off, I would like all to invite you to a massive after party today at Loftus. It starts at 9:30. And it's going to be party until dawn, hopefully until they kick us out like they did last time. So, thank you very much for your time. And before we finish off, last word.
Before we finish up, could everybody get up so I can party picture with the music on? And just start the party. Woo! Music!
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here. You can take a break.